Hello and welcome to the AfriCanadian Resource Center. We really want to thank you for having been with us. We truly appreciate your attendance and being able to follow through with us. We've been running this program now for the last 3 months. And it's winding down. We actually are running our last interviews today, and then we have another one coming up next week. And then we're going to continue to give you a little bit here and there post the December 15th. But overall, this week is our official ending for this program. And so we really wanted to take this time to thank you for the comments, to thank you for following, to thank you for even really accessing some of the resources that we've shared with you. We know some of the people we've done interviews with, we've continued to have that conversation and to share some of the resources that we have. And of course, as we told you from day one, the African Canadian Resource Center is going to be a platform. We're going to have an online platform that can connect all of the African Canadians across Canada. That's our goal, that's our end goal. But in the meantime, our goal was to cover the effects of COVID during this pandemic, letting you know how communities were doing. We were able to cover a lot in Ontario. We were able to reach out to many in Toronto, and we managed to reach out to some across Canada. But we know that we have a lot of work to do in the days to come. We know that we have to reach out to as many over the upcoming year. And so, but in the meantime, what we want to do is first have the platform, which is what we talked to you about from day one. And so we want to thank you. We want to thank you for being with us. We want to thank you for following up and seeing what we are up to. We still invite you to be on our page. Go to the Instagram page at AfriCanadian Resource Center. Go to our Facebook page at RCH Center, or even on Instagram at RCH Center. Keep following us, because we're going to be bringing you more interviews. We're going to be bringing you more community leaders, more organizations, more stories. Because this is one of the things we want to do. Of course, we do have the comics that we told you about that is coming up. Please do not miss it. It's coming up soon. We decided not to launch it initially because we wanted to have a whole book ready. So that's coming up as well. We have stories that's going to be on our websites that you can access. We do have, obviously, our social media videos that we've released from day one. So all of that is up here, and we have more that's coming. So we really want you to reach out to our platforms and find out more of that work, but also make sure that you follow up with us. Let us know what's going on with your community. Let us know if you have any people that would like to be interviewed. We're going to reach out and continue to do that. But in the meantime, I just want to let you know that today, what we have for you, we have an interview with incredible young ladies from the Rwandan community who are doing an even better work in the Rwandan community back home. And so tonight, we have that interview for you, and we wanted you to enjoy it. All right, Joe, Josephine, and Jocelyne, thank you so much for joining us. We're joined by the two twins from the Rwandan community. They have an organization called Shelter Them, and we wanted to talk to them about the work in the community. And they do have a special project that they are running right now back home. And so, yeah, let me not say too much. Tell our audience who you are and what you do.
Okay, let me start with myself. I'm Josephine Murphy. I'm 3 minutes older than Jocelyne. So yeah, I don't mind starting first because I know she really can talk about what she's doing, which I'm proud of. She's my little sister. And there are these, I guess I would, without being too full of myself, we are really proud, perfect pair. So, and what I do myself, I work with the Ministry of Education. That's my real job. That pays, my mortgage, my cars, and it gives me food, and it keeps my family going. And on top of that, I do have that Shelter Them organization. That's to my heart. That's my calling, my passion. And I think in life, you got to have something like that. It doesn't have to be a charity that's running in Rwanda, Africa, or it could be the community at home, helping people during COVID right now. So anything that's beyond yourself. So that's what I do, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you, Kizito, and to join you with what you're doing with your network, your community, locally and internationally. And I support what you're doing 100%. So
and you're on the board.
And I'm on the board as well.
Rwandan Canadian
Absolutely,
Center.
yeah. You both are.
It's important. So I'm proud.
What?
Yeah, I'm proud to be here and supporting you and myself. We're doing this together, all of it, completely.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
And so my name is Yeah, it's Jocelyn Alexander, and of course, both of us, between Josephine and Kizito, were very, close. Of course, with my twin sister, it's good to be twins because we really get each other. Yeah. We understand each other. So that's awesome to have a sister, a twin that she's always there for me. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I am in Brampton. I live in Brampton, and I work with a big administration company called Victor. It's more insurance businesses. That's everyday work. Very busy, busy, busy Monday to Friday. And that's what pays my put food on the table. But of course, with the charity that I work for, Shelter Them, Josephine mentioned it. We're co-founders actually since 2006, and we're very proud and the accomplishment that we have done. And I sit on the board as a secretary with the Rwandan Canadian Healing Center that is based in Ontario, in Canada. And I'm very proud of what we have done, accomplished as a team. Hey, teamwork. And I think it's going really well. Check out our website and you will see how doing well, right?
Absolutely, we are, and maybe we can start there. One of the reasons why we are really reaching out to everybody and being able to reach out to you as founders and members of the Shelter Them organization is we are looking for African Canadians and seeing the work that we are doing. And I know most of your work takes place in Rwanda, but we know the importance of your collaboration and the work you've done here. For example, most of your funding comes from Canada. Maybe talk a little bit about that. How important was it to find partners in Canada, and where are these partners overall based?
Well, I mean, talking about partnership and collaboration, like you say, Shelter Them really is a grassroots organization that started in Rwanda after, going there and looking at what was happening, being in Canada after a few years. And we're like, we got to visit home. And then it just hit us to say, we have been given these opportunities in Canada, but what are we doing with it to bring that back home and bring these opportunities that we have here in Canada? So looking at women and children on the streets, of course, we're so proud of the government of Rwanda, what was doing and what they're doing today. It's incredible transformation of the entire country, but they still need a hand. And so we thought, as Rwandan Canadians, we needed to reach hands to our Rwandan people. So Shelter Them really started as a grassroots organization that was doing already something locally, but we just give them a hand. And then we just give it a name, Shelter Them Poverty Relief here in Canada, but it's registered in Rwanda as Shelter Them Batarure. So we have two organizations that are holding hands to help locally the Rwandan people. So speaking about collaboration and a partnership, like we're here actually to talk about this incredible opportunity we have with the global giving, which just selected Shelter Them as one of their participants. And the great news, we have been since December 1st, we started the campaign to have a goal up to $5,000 US that would be raised among 40 special donors. So 40 donors and $5,000 US. And guess what, guys? Today we just reached the goal. The goal to become permanent partners with them, but we are raising money for a project of 5 homes. So we need total of $40,000 US. So far we're at $6,000. And that is absolutely amazing. We cannot thank those.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah.
We're actually celebrating me and Joe today. Yeah. And we reached our goal. Yeah.
That's amazing because now I definitely we want to push the message, make sure people can donate and reach the ultimate goal for $40,000. But this is the one milestone that you really wanted to reach, and I'm really proud and congratulations for having reached it so soon.
Thank you, and thank you for giving us this platform in Kizito through Rwandan Canadian Healing Center to speak about this work. This is all teamwork, it's collaboration, sure. Partners, so we can make a difference in the world. Right?
So maybe explain that. When we're looking at some of the goal that you have now, talk about the project. What is this project going to look like? Also, obviously, looking at it can look like a lot of money, but it's not. Is there like a plan for like say expanding that goal from 40 to what does the project look like, first of all? Like, what are people looking to support when you get those funding?
For sure. So the goal is to have 5 homes that will host 26 children
For 2021.
for 2021. So that is the goal. $40,000 US will build 5 homes to host 26 children. So that is the goal. So now that we're up to about $6,000, we're hoping that more people would join. So you just need to go to www.shelterthem.com and then go through the global giving link and donate to support these 5 homes. So that's the goal. So really what Shelter Them does, just in a very summary, we provide shelters, we provide education, which is our main goal. It's the big
vision.
big vision, and the capacity building. So when we focus on education, we're actually educating those children who they really don't have the basic needs. So we really go through to see in order to give them this ultimate goal education, we need to make sure they're in a safe homes
Environment.
Exactly. So that's why really Shelter comes along with what we want to do the project. And of course providing a shelter means you have to provide them everything else, medical assistance, basic needs. So we're really it's a big commitment. But you know what, we have been doing this since 2006, and our children are over 250, about 250 children. So it's awesome.
It's definitely shelter, education, capacity building. You're giving somebody sustainability. At the end of the day, that's what we want. It's to give somebody a hand, tools, and resources so they can do it on their own, stand on their own.
Yeah.
So speaking, I actually have met with your coordinator in Kigali. I'm going to be showing you as part of this program. I'm going to be showing some of the work that you're doing, because I met up with Jiro when I was in Kigali. What's that? 4 years ago, 3 years ago? And to say what I mean to say there is that the fact that you're not just providing funds, or you're not just building homes, you're actually you're supporting families that can then take on these children, which was the original, the initial stages. But now you're getting into not just like helping the families, you're actually creating homes and developing them from scratch. To me, that's like, yeah. And for people who are sort of, because the other thing is when you get to Rwanda, you see the incredible work that has been done since '94, all of the development. But you realize the gap, the need for organizations like yours to actually partner with the government and do this work that really, to be honest, government cannot do alone.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? We follow the path, what the government is doing, and we want to be able to walk hand in hand towards the same vision, because you don't want to go away from what the actual whole country and the people are moving towards. So when you actually working with people with the same vision, it becomes stronger and stronger and sustainable. And that's what we wanted to do. And that's what's really happening. Definitely, no doubt. It's the power of collaboration, unity. Come on, people. Let's have the unity in Africa, in our third world countries. So they move from third to second and first. And I think going to Rwanda and see how they're becoming the leading example in cleanness and environment safety and justice, completely no corruption. I am so proud to say that Shelter Them's vision, it is absolutely joining hand in hand with the institution and on the bigger scale, and it's what's all about.
And you know what, something else you just mentioned about partners and collaboration, and these 5 homes we're focusing on 2021 to build, it's going to be built on the government land that was given from the government to Shelter Them. Yeah. So this is really a donation, and we're very, very honored, Josephine and I, when our president Paul Kagame came in Toronto. It was a Toronto day, and he came. We expressed ourselves and said, "Mr. President, we have an organization. Our heart is to build the homes for the children. But can you, your government, provide us a land?" Kizito, they gave us 5 acres of a land in Bugesera Gateko, and that's why we have already built 5 homes already. There are 5 homes already, families living there, and we built a community center going to host between 70 to 100 children between 3 to 6 years old. ECDC. Going to school, have that foundation. Like little kids. So that's amazing. Well, you know what? We're just so blessed. And you know what? This is done by people like me and Jocelyne, who wake up every morning and shower and do a Zoom meeting, go to work, to the office. We're 100% volunteer-based.
Maybe talk about that. Talk about the people that have helped you up to this point as you extend your hands to even more hands for more support to even build more homes. Talk about your journey so far, like the people that have helped you. Of course, you've talked about the fact that the government provided that land, right? But I know you have incredible angels in Canada, and that's what I'm drawing to. Who are these angels that have gotten you to this point so far where you're like, man,
hey, listen, you're one of them.
Because of...
Let's start from Kizito. Like, you're one of the angels.
I'm at the door. I'm talking about the people who have actually gotten you, you know.
Well, you know what? I may be emotional and very sensitive because, my goodness, without team of people who they understand the secret of giving and their time and financial support, we wouldn't be where we are.
Ibitero byaraduteye umwanyurukwe n'undanyurukwe kuva cyagiye kugeza uyu munsi sinongeye kumenya agakuru kawe.
Today I'm heading to Bugesera, one of the hardest hit areas during the Rwandan genocide in 1994 against Tutsis. Here, the aftermath of the horrors of '94 are still visible. As I travel with Jill from Shelter Them, it is evident that though much has been done, much is still yet to be done.
Amashuri ndumva yaratangiye amaze icyumweru bagomba rero kuzanira ibikoresho mu bana bamwe twavuganye yuko tuzafasha.
For me, together with the people working with, government officials, civil society, we want to see the kids we are helping now becoming the leaders of tomorrow.
Jocelyne, you're talking about the angels, the people that have helped you over the years in terms of, especially on the finance side. Talk more about that. How important has that been as you now position yourself to build even more homes?
Yeah, so I was talking about how, you know, as we are volunteer people in Canada to raise money to fund our projects in Rwanda, we wouldn't be able to do it with people like David and Sherry Jenkins from Newfoundland. Since 2008, we created an amazing relationship, this amazing chemistry that I have never seen before. They are amazing people, all the way from Newfoundland. I can remember the first time we took a flight to go visit them. The first time, as if we knew each other for years. So really, I think Shelter Them, with the people we work together, we have this amazing chemistry and culture of, you know, even though my background from Rwanda, Africa, and they're from Newfoundland, but it was just like this, a unity. Exactly. So they work hard every single day to make sure that Shelter Them successful. They run the sponsorship program. They run, David and Sherry, they run all the Shelter Them fundraising activity in entire country, Canada. So they're really busy people. The rest of our board members, they're all working towards our papers, all
governance,
policies
and procedures.
And
What it takes to run a charity. There's so much paperwork and a lot of policies and governance that you have to really make sure that everything is working according to the laws and regulations, and whether it is national or international. It's a lot of work, and we have a team of incredible people who are committed to make sure that everything we do is really credible, it is clear, so people can understand our vision and follow without confusion, and everybody's just on the same path, the same page.
So very strong team, dedicated, and work hard to make sure that everything runs accordingly and perfect. I'm just very proud.
No, it's amazing, because I asked that because also one of the things we really like to show is the organizations don't just happen. It's the work, the background work that the people put in. Obviously, you mentioned the board of directors and having these angels, I call them, that have supported you. But also now looking at the African community, our audience, and people within the Rwandan community and other people, these organizations, Shelter Them is an organization to me unlike any other, because there is organizations that usually go to Africa to support, but they have to go and learn the culture. You understand the culture. You know the problem. You didn't start by saying, oh, I want to go to Africa and help. The problem came to you and you decided to help. And to me, that's important for people to understand, that you identify the problem first, and then that's how the organization came in. Or at least you notice a problem and you're like, okay, now let's take an action. And really encourage people to look at the work that you've done, not just on the surface as in what you're saying, but also look at the journey that you've taken from where you are to where you are now. It's incredible work, and I know I've said it before, but I commend you for doing this, And I know you also say, oh, there is the 9 to 5 and there's this, but this giant here is a lot of hours, and I know because I'm going through it. So like incredible, congrats, and I wish we'll do what we can, but I hope people can actually get to see this, because when you make a decision, sometimes we make a decision to donate without really understanding why you're doing it. Trust me, learn more about Shelter Them. If anything, you become a member, not only a member, you want to be a family, you want to be part of what you do, because to me, it's impressive.
Yeah, and talking about members, we're looking for members who can be part of our new project 2020 for the early childhood education. This is a very new project. Of course, with the COVID-19, our schools closed in Rwanda, but yeah, they're back, and we're looking between 70 to 100 children in Gateko in Bugesera district to attend school in our community center. And we have a membership of $15 a month, Kizito, that people can be part of, and to give this child education that is going to give them to thrive,
a good head start,
a good foundation. So again, Kizito, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to speak about our work. We're encouraging people, to do the $15 a month ECDC, and that'll be wonderful. Let's give our kids education. That will be the future of our, our people. And of course, the sponsorship for $40 a month that provide basic of needs. So we really need you
flexible.
Yeah, it's flexible. Need to go to the website, shelterthem.com. Check it out.
And I have an additional question as you're saying that now. How has the challenge of COVID been for your work in Rwanda? And obviously, I know you are affected here because you usually do galas every year. I think you did it virtually, but how has that affected what you usually do? And obviously, the people that you're supporting, how has that affected them? And how are you looking to maybe how are you adapting to the new realities of COVID?
Well, we just had the Joe and Joe show yesterday or the day before yesterday, and we were just talking about how we're coping with COVID. Like the Joe and Joe show, we used to have a small show, just kind of sharing with people about how grateful we are and what we're doing, giving people updates in our lives and what we're doing in Rwanda. And I said, what, coping with COVID, with Shelter Them work, what we we have been able to do, fundraising and all that stuff. In March, we decided to cancel our annual gala that was giving us the main funding for the year in Ontario, and we canceled it, and we're so kind of
scared and doubting what's going to happen. Like a lot of people, these times are very uncertain. But oh my goodness, we just put our foot in the water, have some faith. Let's do a virtual Zoom masquerade event. And to tell you, if you ever want to do anything in your life, don't be scared to do it. Just do it. Put your foot in the water. You'll see God's miracles. And we did that, and honestly, we did well. We were able to raise about close to $20,000 for that virtual event, which was incredible. And we couldn't be more grateful to the people who attended our Zoom event. And like I'm hearing different companies, some of them are closing, some of them are advancing, but we were blessed that day. Honestly, it's been a miracle.
It was great. And then, just to add to the COVID, in Rwanda then, asking about our Rwandans, the beneficiary are doing, we were able to, with the fund, to buy enough food for each family in a big portion where we just give them the food. Yeah. So in terms of food security, we made sure that they have enough food for the kids. So bag of potatoes, bag of rice, and beans,
non-perishable stuff.
All the families that were taken care of, and thank God for the donations. In terms of school, of course, every household, they had a radio, so the children were getting education through. Thank God for the government. The government provided that to the kids. They were able to continue their education at home through the radio. And of course, we do have our people who are workers, part of education, go to our households and help the kids with education, keep up with the speed.
It's going really well in spite of it.
It is.
That's incredible. So here we are talking about going to school on Zoom and obviously like the whole idea of sending emails for projects and stuff. They're doing schools on radio.
They did. Now they're back to school. Now the schools are open, but they did it on the radio. We have a beautiful pictures we could share, but we didn't have a chance.
It was so sweet.
That's incredible. That's crazy. I mean, that's news to me, by the way. I didn't know that. Like, I know they continue the education. I didn't know that some people were able to follow the whole thing through the radio. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, in a good way, but it's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's also part of what you've done. And I kept saying angels, people who have helped you, but I think Joe and Joe, the two of you guys are. I'm sure these young people who are receiving these incredible donations from you look at you as angels as well. I look at you too as angels, and continue to bless these incredible souls back home in Rwanda, because I know it's gonna take more than the government. It's gonna take more than the private sector. It's going to take all of us to come out of whatever we went through. And Absolutely. So being able to work with you, I know you're on our board of directors, but working with you as members of Shelter Them, incredible. And, I wish the best. I mean, come on, you guys have already succeeded beyond your means. And if anything we can do to support that, to get to your goal, to your ultimate goal in Rwanda, we will definitely do that.
Teamwork.
Maybe maybe my last, let people know, you talked about Joe and Joe show, you talked about where people can go to support. I know there's a GoFundMe page. I know you have a website. Let people know where they can go to support your work.
So right now, we were pushing the global giving campaign that we were running between December 1st and December 31st. So this is the loudest news that you will find on our website, www.shelterthem.com. But beyond a global giving partnership and those 5 homes, there are other many programs that people can check out and donate to whatever suits you. If you believe in education and you would like to see under age 6 children having the opportunity to have that foundation, please sign up for the $15 a month to become a member of that ECDC program. And if you want to sponsor a child just to give them the basic needs every day, just go ahead and sign up for a sponsorship, which is $40 a month. If you want to support a global giving, a part of that $40,000 for the 5 homes, click on that and be a part of it. Again, like I say, Shelter Them has many projects, and whatever that you feel like your heart is leading to support, go ahead and click on that and become our ultimate member, but select which project you want to be part of. And either way, you're going to be joining our angel group, our angel family, and become one of us. So we're a big family, honestly. We love every single person who donates $1 or $100,000. All of them, they're just contributing to this big collaboration to see Rwanda just getting a better future and to become just self-sustainable. You don't have to rely on the Western world or anywhere at all. Just be themselves and stand on their own. That's the ultimate goal, really.
Absolutely. And so you mentioned all those. What's the actual specific website they should go to?
The website is www.shelterthem.com.
Amazing.
And we have Facebook as well. Yeah, we have a social media for sure. Shelter Them Rwanda. That's through the Canadian site. Shelter Them Rwanda Batarure for the in Rwanda. But you can find us anywhere: Twitter, Instagram. See what we're up to, and we're just excited to share the news and what we're doing, and hopefully you can join us and be part of our dream and a vision.
Absolutely. And we are proud, and I like what Josephine said about not depending on the Western world. And I think what changes the ballgame for the work you're doing is now you have a partnership with the government back home, but also you have a partnership with those families, as opposed to someone who comes and hands something. You're actually working with them, you're teaching them, you're providing capacity building, which is like the song I've been singing for the last 3 years, and I'm going to sing it until I see our communities, whether it's in Canada or in Africa. As long as we still need the more space to grow, which we do, this is the song that I sing everywhere I go: capacity, capacity, capacity building. And you ladies are doing incredible work as far as that's concerned. And what can I say? Happy New Year, all the best in 2021, and I wish you nothing but success in 2021.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our hearts with our viewers using your platform. And as we're part of the Rwandan Canadian Healing Center, as I said, it takes a team to make the dream. It can be bigger in 2 different directions, but together, holding hands, we're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
What cause are you serving? Today I want to talk about, mission, causes, dreams, passions. We talk about visions and calling or purpose and service to others. We talk about all these things. We talk about passion. We talk about finding one's purpose in life. We talk about living to the fullest and following your heart. We talk about, having all these incredible dreams about what we are about. But what we forget to mention, what we forget to tell the seeker, the searcher, what we forget to tell the soul-searching individuals is that it takes time. It takes time to discover your purpose. It could take a decade. It could take most of your life to find your purpose. What we forget to mention is that so long as one is searching, so long as one is looking, that it is going to be worthy at the end. As long as you're searching, as long as you're soul searching and you're looking for self, that it is going to be worthy, not necessarily towards the end of your discovery, that it is more important to embrace the journey, that the rewards is not at the end, that when you find your purpose is not when you enjoy it, that the rewards are in the pursuit, in the search. And so as we talk about this search for self, the soul searching, as we talk about looking for a purpose, living a purposeful life, let's not forget to mention that perhaps the most important thing that we do, or we should do, is enjoying discovery, enjoying the searching, doing the reading a book and really embedding yourself in it, not just reading a book because you feel like it's a homework that you must do. Really loving that journey, embracing that journey. That is where you're gonna find the fulfillment, the joy of finding your purpose. And so as we look, I beg you, do not rush. Don't push to get to the end where you say, oh, I know my purpose and I know what I want to do. Instead, enjoy the journey. Don't rush yourself. And for those of you, if you're lost, if you're searching, I beg you once again, I beg you not to be harsh. Be easy. Take it easy on yourself. I'm telling you that it's going to be all right in the end. I promise you.